Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the KITZUR HILCHOS SHABBOS, the laws of Bishul. Today is entitled Hagasa, stirring. We already wrote above, there's a prohibition of stirring food. Even in a dish of food that has been cooked completely. And we, in fact, are concerned about this opinion, which means the best possible way is not to stir. Be careful whenever you can. You should remove the pot from the fire. Rather than taking food with a spoon from the fire, from the pot that's still on the fire. Because when you take the food with a spoon, either from the middle of the pot or from underneath, you are actually stirring within the pot, and you cannot do that. Even though there are those that are machmir that are strict, and they say that stirring is a problem even in a pot that's off the fire where you removed it already. Nevertheless, we are not so strict to prohibit such a thing. Which means that normally, if you're going to mix something that's in a pot that's already off the fire, we allow you to do such a thing. Even if you have intention to return this pot to the fire eventually, nevertheless, still you could do it now while it's off the fire. You're not intending for real stirring, you're just removing the food. If a person wants to be machmir, they want to be strict in this case, then even when you remove a pot from the fire, then don't stir inside the pot, but to remove it, meaning to stick the spoon in there to get the food out of there, even though that through the removal of the food you are just kind of like, by the way, klach hayad, you are stirring, there's not going to be an issue over there. All of that is with food. Because over there you can stir food. But when it comes to water or similar liquids, in those cases, there's no such thing as mixing. You're not mixing a pot of water. Therefore, even in the best possible way, you will be allowed likach mayim al yedei kaf o kois mimecham ha'emer ala ish. You are allowed to take water with a spoon or a cup from a pot of hot water that's still on the fire. And to stir after you poured it into a klisheni, into a second vessel, that would be permissible as well. Even though that we said that there are those opinions that say to stir in a pot that is not on the fire anymore. There are those who don't agree with this. That's only with food that cooked completely. But if the food did not cook completely, let's say your cholent is not yet ready, everybody agrees, then there's a problem of stirring, even if the pot is no longer on the fire. If you took a pot off the fire on Shabbos where the food that's inside has not yet finished cooking, also you have to be very careful the way that you remove the food. If you do it in such a way of hagas, of stirring, that's a problem. Ella, what should you do? You should pour from one pot or one plate to the other, and then you'll take it from the second plate or the second pot that you're pouring it into. Because in that case, you have to avoid hagasa, you have to avoid the stirring altogether. Have a wonderful day.